Hi, everybody. Welcome to Coach Playbook with Paul Lapalese, your home for elite CFL breakdown analysis. Today, the Toronto Argonauts defense lead the Canadian Football League. They're just spectacular at stopping the run. They've done it in a number of ways. One, they have really good defensive linemen, but they also like to pressure and do what's called run blitzes and perimeter blitzes to stop some of these zone read games that teams play so much in the Canadian Football League. So we're going to look at 3 or 4 clips of what they did against Montreal previous games, as well as what they did last week in the East semifinal against Ottawa. And then I'm going to show a couple of clips how Montreal is going to have to counter these run blitzes in the run game on 1st and 10. So before I go, please subscribe to the page, turn notifications on. It's going to help support the page. And let's open the playbook on Toronto's run defense, their defensive blitzes, and Montreal's ability to stop these run blitzes on 1st and 10. Toronto can stop the run with a talented defensive line, but they also do a lot of different things in a run blitz situation, like you see right here. I got the wide angle so you can see, and we'll go to the tight. Tunde Adeleke blitzes off the edge and forces the ball to be handed off, and show you what happens when you do that. So in the run game, these two are working that way because they're working out to this widest. There's a player out here. These two go here to D'Arcangelo, okay, and then these two zone block up to Wynton McManus. And the quarterback reads the end. If the end goes upfield, you hand it off. If the end tries to chase down and not play contain, the quarterback pulls it and throws on the outside. That's a zone read. How you counter the zone read is by blitzing towards where the zone read is happening. So now Adeleke comes off the edge. So what that does is Flo no longer has to play up here. He can now chase right down the line of scrimmage. And if the quarterback pulled it, Adeleke would hit him in the mouth. So the rule when they bring two off that edge is you got to hand it off. And it just happens so fast. The ball's handed off. I know the right tackle's trying to figure out that Wynton's actually trying to play contain. He could try to turn back, but that's just really hard to do. Flo makes the tackle for a negative yardage play. So there has to be an answer when they keep bringing this player off the edge, and they timed it pretty well and had a good call. Pressure off the perimeter. This time you not only get the Sam linebacker, Adeleke's right here. He's going to blitz. You're also going to get the Will linebacker to blitz. And this stops this run, makes it about a 1-yard gain because of the pressure from the perimeter. So let's show you what Ottawa is doing. They're running what's called the power play. These two double to him. He blocks back. He's going to step in here and block. These guys are going to block back. He's going to pull, and he's pulling around for Wynton McManus. And you're either going to read this end or you're going to block him. They got Hardy here on the end. And then Addison should take any secondary player blitzing off the edge. So what happens, though, is that gets squeezed. The guard's getting around. The guard's going to get to McManus. But Tunde shows up. If there's color, the guard should kick it out. He doesn't see it in time. And those two converge right there and hit Crum. So the pressure on the perimeter blitzers are what hurt this play. Sometimes it's penetration as well as a blitz. You're going to get 2 blitzers. Once again, you're going to get a halfback blitzing and the Will linebacker blitzing. But the key to this play is right here. Brinkman, he takes Bladdock and he drives him, if you watch right here, 3 yards back because he's got such power. He gets underneath Bladdock, and that slows the back down because penetration hurts zone plays. As the fullback's coming across, Gosling, he doesn't see basically the Will linebacker, so he goes to the widest, and he's got to take the first thing off the tackle. And that's why D'Arcangelo is right there. Okay, so 2 things happen. Bladdock gets knocked back. The fullback doesn't take this one. He goes to the widest, and he can just chase it down. So, again, a perimeter pressure, but Brinkman did a great job of knocking the guard back. This is what Montreal is going to have to do. This is from the previous game they played. These are called kills, and kills are built into your run game. This is a simple run play where he's going to block the front set edge, the line's going to block this direction, the fullback's going to block back, and the tailback would get the ball. But you can still, once Metier leaves the middle of the field and comes, you cannot block him. He's unaccounted for. So you have to sometimes, in your run game, build in throws in case this blitz happens. So this is what Montreal's plan was last game. Get out to Keon Julian Grant, falls forward, gain of 4 or 5 yards. If you make that Tavares McFadden miss, it's a huge run. So here, looking at it, he's going to take the front set edge. Well, these two are going to work to here. These two are going to be up. These two are going to be here. So let's not try to figure out all these extra guys at the line of scrimmage. All right, as Metier comes down to this space, just throw the ball on the perimeter. All right, get it out. Get the yardage on the outside. Here you see what I would call a contour throw, not as much of a kill, but when nobody's covering a receiver into the boundary with a quick, easy throw, go ahead, irregardless of what the run game looks like or how many numbers are in the box, go ahead and take this easy throw. And again, that's a 1st and 10 play that gets you 10 yards on a 6-yard hitch because this is a run play. Show you here. Working this way, these two working this way. He's working here. That's the free player, and he actually ends up coming inside. So from a run standpoint, it's better off just throw this ball out here. Okay, there's nobody covering down. All right, put it in somebody's hands. Let them make plays.